Spooky season.
You missed it. Welcome to the podcast.
Oh my gosh, that was actually perfect timing.
All right, just show them what happened. Come on, Neha. She shut off the lights. We were like, whoa. Okay, you can turn it back on. No, but for real, turn it back on.
Oh, there you go. And we're back
to the spooky edition of Off Script.
Welcome to the. Well, I think we were going to say the same thing.
I think so too. You say it.
Okay, welcome to the Off Script podcast. We're so glad you're here. I'm Shari Armstrong, and this is Amy Wegman.
And I'm fixing my chair.
Yeah,
I want to be a little closer to
I want
the
you to get
microphone.
comfortable. Can you give me some audio in my headphones, please?
Check, check.
Yeah, girl, there we are.
Check.
Let's go.
Alrighty.
Happy Tuesday.
How are you?
I think I'm fantastic. I can't even.
Why do you
remember.
think you're fantastic?
I just can't remember what the last few days have looked like. I think they've been busy.
You didn't work
Okay.
for the past 4 days.
For Fox 4, let's be clear.
For Fox 4, you didn't work. Yeah, that's true. Isn't that the truth?
But yeah, how are you?
I'm good. I started working out again, and every muscle in my body hurts.
That's good.
But I'm like worried I hurt myself because it's been really. We did triceps on Friday, but it was so painful. Like I couldn't bend my arm.
Does your gym offer any yoga classes or stretching?
I don't know.
You should check.
They do mostly hit.
Okay. It doesn't hurt to go to maybe a yoga or stretching class
Yeah.
somewhere.
Stretch lab.
Stretch lab. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just to work the things out because those muscles are working hard.
I know. Anyway, so we're going to do pop quiz question of the day for those of you that have like little pups in your lives. Where is the best place to walk your dog? Like, is there a cool trail? Shari, is there somewhere you like to walk your dog? I'm thinking the answer for most people is probably like my neighborhood because that's where you live and it's easy to walk out the front door.
That's why I made that face when you asked that because I'm like, we're going outside.
Yeah.
We're going outside. And as soon as you say, you want to go for a walk?
Yeah.
He didn't care where it is.
Yeah.
As long as we're outside.
He's like, I'm walking.
Absolutely.
walking.
Yeah.
Sweeney Todd.
He trots. It's really cute. But yeah, no, I shout out to those people who do pack their dogs up and take them somewhere. You're just better than me. But I also like the neighborhood because if you go at the right time, like in the morning or in the afternoon, everyone else is out too, right? So it gives you a chance to connect. And also for a dog that small, he needs the socialization. So we're working on him not like pretending to be a Rottweiler around other dogs. And so it's good for him for the socialization of it.
I love Sweeney Todd.
Yeah, me too.
So let's talk about what happened this morning. Well, I would say it was this morning. I want to say overnight.
You kind of had a busy morning on the anchor desk, keeping up with what was going on in Naples. A plane skidded off the runway.
Yeah, I want to be very clear. Wasn't this plane? Okay.
Right.
I'm not sure why we're zooming in on that plane, but we're talking about planes.
Right.
So at the Naples airport, here's what happened. And it is kind of a weird situation. So we talked to the airport peeps this morning, and we also talked to the sheriff's office. And basically, they show up at the Naples airport, the crew this morning, and it was like between 4 and 5 in the morning, and they noticed a crashed plane that had slid off the runway.
There's no one around the plane.
There's no pilot. There's nobody.
Okay.
Just the plane.
Interesting.
So they called 911 and reported it, and fire and police and everyone came out and they're investigating. So one runway was shut down. I'm not sure if it still is at this point. But one runway as of 9 o'clock was still shut down as they were investigating, and they still didn't know who flew this plane, like who the pilot was. Now, there is a flight school there on property, so who knows? But they were guesstimating. Obviously they're hypothesizing that it was somebody practicing in the middle of the night at like 3 in the morning.
Whatever floats your boat.
I mean,
Yeah.
I find it rather interesting.
I
Had no flight number, like they didn't log their flight.
remember when someone tried to steal a plane from Page Field?
Yes, and they ran into the fence. I vividly remember that. I was on the desk covering that when it happened. I was like, oh. Yep, there he goes.
Yeah.
He's in the fence.
That's what I thought of when I heard the story because once I knew, like, all right, we're not dealing with any casualties or anything super, super serious here.
Yeah.
I was like, what were you actually doing?
Yeah.
But who knows?
So then it also ties into the Naples airport. There's a lot of back and forth constantly with people who live in the area because there's this voluntary, time period where you're not supposed to do touchdowns and stuff like that because, it's loud.
Sure.
So if it was happening at 3 in the morning, I'm
That's
sure
the
there's
problem.
all the questions.
That's a problem. And I feel like my whole career, we've talked about the noise issues at, Naples Airport.
100%.
And I would like to say, if I lived near the airport, I'd be ticked.
Yeah.
at 3 a.m.
Yeah, the FAA is investigating.
Yeah.
So I think eventually we'll know what was happening, but the airport wanted to clarify that it was not one of their employees. So who was practicing? If it was you, give us a shout. Drop us a line on Facebook.
All right, let's talk about Roblox.
Roblox is going to be the death of me and my bank account.
I know. Tell the people how your kids like to say, "Hey, mommy."
Mommy, they're like, "Oh, Mom, something's not working on my iPad. Can you put your password in?" And I exit out, and they're trying to get me to sign in where they like just purchase Robux. And I'm like, no.
I respect it.
Little sneaky turd.
I respect it so much. I love that story. So
They don't
listen.
play it all that much, but Roblox is something that I don't know any child that doesn't play it.
Right. So according to the data that we have, 50% of kids in the United States are on Roblox. Okay. And the reason why it's in the news right now is because the Attorney General for the state of Florida, James Upmeyer, has said that they've launched a criminal investigation into this video gaming platform because they are concerned that people are using this to manipulate children in very concerning ways when it comes to minors.
Yeah. And so there may be some of you watching our podcast right now on Facebook or wherever, hello, but like who are like, wait, how does Roblox even work? So basically you create your little account, you create your little avatar, you can change their hair, their face, their looks and everything. And then like there are a million different rooms or worlds that maybe some people have built or designed. There's like newer ones like K-pop Demon Hunter themed.
Right.
Some of them are dance parties. So like they go in and all of a sudden I hear like, and I'm like, what is going on? And they're dancing. And the concerning piece of it is people can be like, hey, do you want to be my friend? And they friend request you. And once you're friends, you can chat back and forth. You can talk to each other. So if you have like a little wee one, and maybe they're like, oh, look, Sarah, Beth, plain and tall, is trying to talk to me. But really, it's like Bob, who's, 82.
In Orlando. Right.
You just don't know.
Right. And so,
No offense to any Bobs out there.
right. And this is, it's not anything new, right? Like, so the Attorney General started looking at this back in April. And basically, the subpoenas that have just come down this week are basically saying we're going to take an even closer look to look at exactly what's going on here and to potentially identify any victims or criminals.
Right. And also, they were saying they were going to crack down on like age verification. Because if you're a parent and, let's say you have a 14-year-old and they're like, please just make my account 18.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm sure there's a lot of that just
course.
to bypass like filters or whatnot. I don't know how any of that works, but they're looking at it, and I think it's a good thing because we have cases here in Florida where people have been targeted through Roblox.
Exactly. We mentioned Orlando just now because actually one of the people that they identified was actually a music teacher. So a music teacher
Yeah.
in Orlando.
He admitted he pled guilty.
100%.
Yeah.
So it just, I appreciate it too. A closer look.
Yeah, the moral of the story is it looks harmless when you just peek at it. Like it literally looks like they're just running around in circles with a little like Lego looking person, but they can be communicating with people. So that's where you really need to have your eyes on it.
This is the thing that gives me gray hairs. Part of the things that gives me gray hairs is like, you try to be like as on it as possible with the kids in your home, but like sometimes it's hard to tell.
And you're tech savvy.
I know. I like to think so, but then
You're very like social media tech savvy. And then I think of myself and I like to think I'm on top of it, but the kids are more advanced than we are.
Exactly. And, they're able to be like, it's no big deal. And,
Yeah.
I try to, pay attention as much as I can, but sometimes I feel like there's still things that I just don't
100%.
see.
100%. It's the world we live in.
Yep.
What do you think of cursive? Like this is such a funny topic to me because this is something that has been like a point of contention and discussion for years and years and years now. Like
It's back.
Yeah, like why do my kids need to learn cursive? My kids should be learning cursive. Like why? They're only going to be typing. So,
How are they going to have a real signature? All these concerns.
yeah, so Florida lawmakers are bringing it back.
Right. And it was just deaded. Remember the Senate, literally in the state of Florida, I believe it was a Florida Senate, deaded this bill like in July, and it's back in the House.
Right.
A potential requirement for children to learn cursive.
So if it passes, it would go into effect in July. So for next school year, and public school kids between second through fifth grade would have to learn cursive and also show proficiency, meaning they would probably be tested or have to, write stuff out. So it's interesting that it's coming back.
Do you have any thoughts on cursive? I feel like I'm like in the middle about it.
I don't feel strongly either way.
Same.
I mean, my kids learned cursive. I shouldn't say that. My little ones are only in first grade. They're still learning like that a G and a Q are different. But my son learned cursive in school.
Yeah.
And for a long time, he only wrote in cursive, and now he writes in print and whatever. I wish he was better at typing, but they take typing class too. So I'm just kind of like, whatevs.
Yeah. Did you learn cursive?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because it was at the time where it was required.
It was, when I went to public school my whole life, and I learned cursive.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I learned cursive too, and there was a time where I also was just writing in cursive.
Yeah.
I read something when this came up through the Florida Senate a couple months ago. I remember somebody posting and saying, "How are the children going to read the Constitution for themselves if they can't read cursive?" And that might have been the first time that it was a perspective that I kind of made me like
never thought of that.
Yeah, I was like, oh, okay. But for the most part, I feel like they do. If you don't have children in your home right now, they do everything on the iPad or the Chromebook or whatever, right? They're typing. They're doing. I
would say it's like 75-25. We do a lot of on paper work.
Get out.
Oh yeah, my son had to draw and design a hall yesterday and color it, and then he has to write out his math homework and
on paper?
On paper.
No way, dude.
Yeah.
We are doing show your work on the iPad. Everything is on the iPad.
Wow.
And my little cousins have Chromebooks, and everything is on the Chromebook. So I'm kind of interested to hear. I'm amazed to hear that, but I'm just to me, the importance is the kids getting the information. I don't know if cursive is the most profound thing, but I do understand. I appreciate certain perspectives like the Constitution.
Yeah, I feel like anything, it's people who feel strongly one way or the other, it's cool.
It's cool.
I don't.
Bottom line.
I don't the Constitution, for example. You can put that in ChatGPT and be like, "Hey, can you put this in print for me?" Or, "Hey, could somebody find me a document of X, Y, and Z?" So I mean, I feel like I have a hard. When you look at the old school cursive, it's not easy to read. Even someone who learned it as a child. So. Anyway, my kids have Chromebooks too, but it's a mixture for sure.
Our whole life, it's hey, you have a project, and it's a big project. I'm where's your poster board? And there is no poster
Where's your
board.
poster
Right?
board?
I'm old school. It's all on the I was going to say a cuss word. It's all on the freaking... I feel triggered by it. I'm dang. When you say project, I think, markers and everything like that. But I'm a 90s kid.
My son drew out his project of this hall thing. He had to put certain foods and make a theme and name it and whatever. And he drew it. And I'm like, now color it. And he's like, with what?
I knew you were going to say that.
And I was like, that big old bag of colored pencils right there. And there's the electric sharpener that your sisters use every single day.
Stop, not with what? I knew you were going to say that.
Yeah. I'm like, what do you mean with what? You have 2 6-year-old sisters. We have all kinds of things in the home to color with. Anyway.
Yeah.
So
love these children.
We'll see what happens with that. But cursive is less and less popular, less and less common under the Common Core. And so we'll see what happens moving forward.
Yep. The bill would take effect next year.
Let's talk about Guppyween. Halloween, Guppyween.
I see what you did there.
Oh, no, that's the name of it.
The Florida Aquarium is one of my favorite places in in the state of Florida.
Have I been there? Moat Marine?
When you asked where the Florida... No. Go further north to Tampa.
Okay.
Downtown Tampa by the port.
Oh, yeah.
It's
I've never been in there.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Now, you've been to the Georgia Aquarium, of course.
I don't know. Yeah, I guess.
The way you talk about aquariums.
I've been to the Boston Aquarium. I've been to the Cincinnati Aquarium.
Okay.
Which is in Newport, Kentucky, I believe, right? Yeah.
Okay.
I've been to many aquariums.
All right.
SeaWorld.
Very...
That's not really an aquarium.
SeaWorld does not count. I'm very bougie about
Legoland.
We're just kidding. Ignore her.
I'm sorry.
whatever.
Inside joke.
We got beef with Legoland, but we love it. Anyway, I'm pretty bougie about my aquarium, so that's why when you were like a little dismissive of the Florida aquarium, it kind of triggered me.
No,
a little
I just
bit.
didn't. I've never been.
Neha is also bougie about her aquariums. Georgia Aquarium is where it's at.
Have I been? I maybe have been
You are
because
so
we go
well
to.
traveled. I have a hard time believing you haven't.
Well, we've been to so many aquariums, I can't even keep track of them.
Well, the thing about the Georgia Aquarium is you don't forget that experience. It's like, oh my God.
Is that the one that
See?
you
Thank
walk?
Thank you, my friend.
Is that the one you walk up and it's like on a slant around the whole inner?
No.
Okay, that must be Boston.
Yeah. I have no idea what she's talking about. Anyway, Miss, I've been to every other aquarium in the United States. The Florida Aquarium is doing a really cool thing called, as you said, Guppy Ween.
Yes, tell me about Guppy Ween.
It's sensory friendly.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, so if you're looking for a cool place to take your child, Sunday, October 26th at 8 o'clock in the morning, they're going to have lights and sounds, but they will be adapted for individuals with sensory differences and their families. So it's a really cool way to do all the trick-or-treating, all the Halloween things with your family. So you can go on their website and find out all the details there, but they're looking for costumes. They're going to have like pumpkin carvings and all the things. Plus, as you just heard, it's just such a cool place to check out anyway. So
Yeah, I got to put it on the list now.
and they're going to have Tango the Turtle.
Oh, that's
So
not Tango.
I thought it was Tango for a second, but
Oh, I love that.
little road trip to Tampa for Halloween.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you have it. Should we bring in our guest? By the way, I don't know if you noticed our little chair right here. We have a guest today.
We have a guest.
Should we bring her in?
Yes.
All right. Can you make sure her mic is unmuted? It is. Okay. Let me pot up her microphone. We have Trisha.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
Scooching you in
Let's
here.
do it.
Let's do this.
Fun. She's with the Gulf Coast Humane Society. Who's this?
This is Emma.
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 Emma's not real, but we're gonna pretend she is real.
She's very real, and she's potty trained, and that's a really
love
good
it.
thing. Thank
Nice.
you
Love
it.
so much.
Oh, honey.
You know, I just have to tell a quick story here.
Yeah,
I
do it.
actually got stuck in the Georgia Aquarium.
Nuh-uh.
About 2 years ago, we were on a tour with Last Call. They're this firm out of LA.
Yeah.
And we actually had to climb over
What?
to get out. Yep.
That's so awesome.
You had to climb over what?
It was like this big fence. We all had to like heap each other over and like push each other by the butts.
Wait, what? You got locked in somehow, or what?
We had an after hours tour.
Oh, nice.
And the whole group,
Except.
and we got stuck.
Get out of here.
Kid you not?
Did they give you like a lifetime supply of tickets?
They did not.
Oh, well,
unfortunately.
that's okay.
You know what? You know they have sleepovers there?
I
I'm like, I'm here for the sleepover.
Yeah,
You know, for free.
If I would have brought in my like Guppy Ween pajamas, it would have been a, like
Right?
But I did not have them. I just had a dress, and we were hauling each other
That is
over the fence.
crazy.
Oh,
I've got
my
pictures, I'll send
goodness.
them to you.
Yeah, please.
Crazy.
I feel like the thought of a sleepover at an aquarium, because this is a field trip at my kid's school,
Yeah.
sounds better in theory than it actually is when you're posting up on the concrete floor on a blow-up mattress outside of an orca's tank.
Oh, it sounds kind of fun.
Yeah?
Thank you, Trisha.
Maybe it's because there's like 40 third graders.
Yeah, I think it's the kids part.
That's-
You lost me a little bit.
Yeah,
there,
I think
right.
that's what
I
it
feel
is.
like it's like an older kid thing, and
Yeah.
you can lay back and see the whales and stuff. Like at night,
Yeah.
that's cool.
That's super cool.
Yeah.
I have a weird fascination with whales.
It's
Anyway,
okay. Everyone gets stuck on me.
And that's a good
I'm
thing.
stuck on you. Stuck on you like glue. Anyway, we want to talk about Gulf Coast Humane Society. There's so much going on at this shelter. If you've never been, it's an amazing place. You can go, you can volunteer there. They're always looking for assistance with donations and stuff. But we want to talk about this new Pause for Wellness veterinary clinic.
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
We're so excited. First of all, thanks for having us.
Yeah.
Just us as I bring in Emma here.
Yes.
We are super excited. We are building a brand new 10,000 square foot veterinary clinic.
That's amazing.
And
Right there on property?
Right there on property. Actually, directly across the street from our shelter at 22 Arcadia Street. Super, super cool. We're going to have 8 examination rooms.
Oh, wow.
It's going to be 6 veterinarians. And the most important thing for us is access to care and
Yes.
how very important that is,
Yes.
because we realize that people, don't need a waiting time.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter your social, your economic geographic. We want to
Yes.
make sure that everyone has proper access to care. We broke ground about 3 months ago.
Okay.
And we will be officially open. It looks like the last of April, 1st of May,
Oh
but
my
it is
gosh.
gorgeous.
That's
Absolutely-
exciting.
Yeah, it's going to be absolutely amazing. And also providing many of those things that other veterinary clinics have, whether it's an ultrasound, an x-ray machine, dental, things like that.
Yeah.
Dogs and cats do need dental care, same as their humans as
right.
well.
That's
so
right.
super important, but yeah.
So is this only going to be for animals at Gulf Coast Humane Society, or this is somewhere? So that's almost a way of to make income for the shelter.
Absolutely. So
Oh.
first of all, we actually have 2 veterinary clinics. We have one on swamp cabbage. Do you love that, the name swamp cabbage?
Yes,
Always.
it's a good
Swamp
name.
Cabbage Festival, too.
Yeah,
Swamp
Yeah.
it's good stuff.
Yeah. So we have our regular community veterinary clinic at Swamp Cabbage, and then we have our spay neuter clinic on Arcadia. So what's going to happen is we're going to take both of the clinics, and bring them under, are you ready for it? Under one roof.
Oh, under one woof. I love it. Trisha, she's got all the jokes.
You belong with us.
Yeah, you
I
do.
think I'm looking for an extra job, by the way. Not really, I
Come
love
on
what I
down,
do.
girlfriend.
I love what I do.
We love what you do too.
I did not know that you guys had a veterinary clinic already.
We do.
Maybe I'm.
No, I didn't know that
I
either.
did not know that.
Oh my goodness.
And up to today, I see these posts all the time. I'm sure you do too. In some of the community groups where people are asking, where can I take my dog? I have some type of emergency and I cannot afford fill in the blank location.
Right.
Or I do not qualify for care credit. What do
Yeah.
you tell people like that? Is your clinic an option for people like that? What do you say to that person?
Absolutely. I think that's so, thanks for asking that. That's so very important. Right now, I think it's also important to note the reason why we're building this clinic is because we are behind in waiting time. I think there's like a little bit of waiting time for the community to get in, which is why we're expanding access to care. Right now, people do have to wait a couple of weeks. Obviously, if there's an emergency, and we have seen that pet before, we're going to try to get them in, definitely so. But it's really important to make sure that we're providing the vaccinations, you know, the heartworm medications, you know, whether it's an emergency, that we can do that. We have a beautiful medical director by the name of Dr. Alana Knapp, and she's very much known worldwide for what she does, and people want to teach, want to learn from her, and she's an incredible veterinarian, and being able to teach the future of veterinary medicine, how important that is as well. So we're really excited about
love
that.
that.
Yeah, but people can make an appointment, they can come on in, and we'd love to see them, and it's going to be so easy because people can adopt a dog, a cat, no pterodactyls though, a dog or a cat, and then they can go straight across the street and go
that's
to our
awesome.
veterinary clinic.
That is a
Yeah.
big deal.
That makes
It
life so
is.
much
Yep,
easier,
it
right?
does.
Yep.
Definitely
I
does.
want to ask you, because I know there was a point in time a couple years ago where we were seeing a lot of surrenders of animals because life just got so crazy expensive, right?
Right.
Is that still an issue? And also, you guys have things in place to help people if they need food.
Correct.
You have like partnerships. Tell us a little bit about that.
We do. So first of all, surrendering is still happening, and it's not just here. I actually was part of Paws Humane Society in Columbus, Georgia. It's happening all over. That's just what's happening because people, life happens, whether it's economic, social. But we are working with the community to try and make sure that they have everything that they need. We are so proud of a partnership, and it's thank you, Rotary Club of Fort Myers. They gave us a beautiful grant, so we actually have a partnership with Harry Chapin Food Bank, and we actually deliver about 3,500 pounds of food every month, and we go out to their partner agencies. So we're not just serving people who come in, we're actually extending that into the community. So whether it's community cooperative, whether it's Lehigh, I think Seventh-day Adventist Church, we're actually going out and feeding those, no empty bowls, making sure that pets and people are being fed properly.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
They do a lot. You guys do so many different
do.
things.
We do.
Seriously.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's profound, especially because tying back to surrenders, a lot of the time it's just the financial upkeep
They're
of an animal.
expensive.
Yeah,
They
they're
are.
expensive.
They are.
So just knowing that there's a resource where you can actually get help with
Absolutely.
something like food, which adds up. You know how expensive a can of
it is.
wet food is?
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Like
definitely
your
is.
food is more expensive than my whole meal for the day.
Yeah,
You know?
I think people need to think about that when you're thinking about adopting your cat and dog. What's the expenses that are going to go into
That's
that?
right.
We can help with that, but obviously, do think about that. It is something, but we always want to be able to provide care, food, and anything that we can, whether it's towels, blankets, things like that, we've got, got the resources for you.
I remember you guys sent out a press release a couple months ago, and it was in regards to heartworm, and making sure that people in the community are very aware of
Yes.
the very real risk, because you guys had seen an increase, I
Absolutely.
think, across the area in heartworm cases. Can you
Correct.
talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, preventative is so very important. Heartworm medication, being up to date on your heartworm medication is so important. Sometimes people just forget about it. It's like a monthly little thing, and they're like, well, I forgot this. Keeping up to date on those heartworm medications, and whether it's a reminder or anything like that, make sure that they're tested for heartworm, that they're getting their annual heartworm test, as well as making sure that they're on the preventative too, and they can come see us and make sure everything's taken care of.
I love that.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about, maybe there's somebody watching and they're thinking, I want a companion in my life. And maybe they were thinking about, going to a store to get one or something like that. Obviously, there's the campaign Adopt, Don't Shop.
Yeah.
What is the misconception, would you say, about sheltered pets?
I would say that sometimes when people feel that they want a particular breed, that they're not going to be able to find that within our shelter or within a rescue. They can. We have Bernedoodles, we have Shepherds, we have French Bulldogs. We have so many dogs and cats. I think there is a misnomer that they're going to come in and they're only going to see, you mentioned Rottweilers, whatever. They're only going to see larger breed dogs. My goodness gracious, we have so many different, breeds of dogs and ages. We also, I want to add, we have a beautiful program called Silver Paws. So if you're a senior and you're over 65 years of age, we will actually pay for the adoption and all the veterinary care of that pet for life. If they adopt over age 7 years of age. So it's a Silver Paws program, Seniors for Seniors.
I love that.
So it's just a beautiful way, because we know that animals increase our livelihood. We know longevity, health, fitness, wellness, they make us get up.
That's right.
From dementia, everything. It's so very important.
Even just loneliness, you know what I mean? It's nice to have a companion.
Yeah.
I love that program.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
I hope my mom's watching. Sounds like you need
Have
to.
her come see me.
That's right. Go see Trisha for sure. Well, I guess when it comes to adopting, what is the number one thing? We all get hyped up because we really try to sell it here on Fox 4. There's a free adoption event, Gulf Coast Humane Society.
Half price.
Half price, right? And we're like, ooh, inside too, like in the newsroom, like maybe I should get a dog or cat. What is the number one thing you say to people who, especially with the holidays coming up,
Yes.
that you say to people when they consider adopting?
I would say, look at your lifestyle. Make sure that a pet is right for you. I know sometimes people give pets as gifts, and talk to that person. Make sure that they want a pet. Make sure that it's right for their lifestyle.
No surprises.
You don't know what's coming up. Obviously, they're great as gifts. Also, I think there was a study from the American Animal Hospital Association that more people spend more time selecting a refrigerator than they do an animal who's going to be with you for maybe 17, 18 years.
Yeah, wow.
So it's super, super important to know, what's your home? Do you have a backyard?
Yes.
How much are you home?
Yes.
What about a walking?
Yes.
What's it going to be fed? What about the veterinary care? What about, taking it back and forth to the veterinarian? Can you take that pet to work? Are you a stay-at-home mom? Do you have kids? All of these different things. Think about all these things. We want to encourage adoption so much, but we also want to make sure that it's the right fit for
Absolutely.
you and your family, because what often happens is those pets come back for recycling. And we love recycling, but it's in the bin on the outside. You take it out to the curb.
Right.
We were hoping not to get
Yeah, especially for those sweet babies that are like, what did I do?
Yeah. And it causes confusion. So make it the right choice.
Yeah.
Make sure that you know which pet is right for you. If it involves a family, bring all members of the family in.
Yeah.
Have a selection. Have a party. Have lunch. Come see us, and then make it a beautiful family selection right now.
I love that.
Yeah.
Talk to me about this really cool thing you guys are doing. You launched the $1,000 Holiday Business Challenge.
We did. Super excited about it. It is called our $1,000 Business Challenge. We are encouraging businesses all over Cape Coral, all over Florida. Anybody can join us. We're asking people to donate, or their employees, to raise $1,000 between now and December 2nd. And then what we're going to be doing is tallying compiling all of those donations, and the top people that have the most donations, guess what?
What?
We're going to come out and we're going to carol at your business location.
No way!
We're going to be dressed as elves, and we're going to be bringing the dogs,
I was
and
gonna
we're going to be
ask
bringing
that.
the songs.
Get out.
It is going to be so
Oh my
much
gosh,
fun.
that's so fun.
Yeah, we need $1,000. Okay,
That's so
please
fun.
make that happen.
So it runs October 1st through December 1st. And do
Yeah.
you have to like sign up or can you just do it?
Go sign up
Okay.
on the website under Business Challenge. You'll see it under events. All they have to do is register as a team. Anybody can sign up. It's just a way, because $1,000 is not, I mean, it's a lot of money.
Sure, but for a
us,
business, yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be super cool because they can get their employees, they can get their, their customers involved. It can be giving. Right now, I think Team Doubletree and Bell Tower is in the lead.
Okay, Bell
But
Tower.
I know.
We
Give
see
a
you.
shout out to Bell Tower there. But yeah, we're super excited about it. We're doing all kinds of fun things at Gulf Coast Humane Society. We really are, and we have the Fast and the Furious coming up.
Oh my gosh,
and
that's
on the
hilarious.
15th.
What is
The
that?
Fast
Is it a race?
It is. It's a 5K run walk at Bell Tower on November the 15th, and anybody can join. And we also added something special to it. We have our pizza fun walk run, and so you eat a quarter slice of pizza, you walk a quarter of a mile, then you eat another quarter slice.
Oh
of
my
pizza.
gosh.
And so yeah, from all these pizzas
I like
getting
stomach
involved,
ache.
it's going to be super fun.
I like this.
So that's the 15th. We have Spooktacular at Bell Tower coming up this coming Friday. It's just fun.
You've got so much fun stuff.
We do.
I
We
love
do.
it.
We love what we do, and everything that we do obviously promotes the adoption and the health and wellness of those pets in
love
our
it.
care.
Oh,
I was listening to you. You just reminded me of something. Neha actually just became a cat mom.
oh.
And
Ow.
so
Look at this
is
cat.
Scotty.
Stop it!
And
Look at
Scotty
those
is 6.
eyes.
I'm a proud aunt. 6 weeks, right, Neha? A little baby. So
Congratulations.
I mean,
yeah.
he's got his little tongue out.
did
so
you
cute.
Did you get paternity leave?
No.
Boss is watching.
Okay, let's bring him
She
in here. Let's
should.
have a conversation.
She should get
Thank you so
paternity
much.
leave.
That should be a thing.
It should be.
Yeah, because bonding, potty training, all those things.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You don't think about that, but those are things that you need. So
See?
if you're listening,
If you're listening, Mr. Shaw.
he's like, that girl's never going to come on air again.
No, we love it. All right, so website has all kinds of great information. You can check out their social media pages too. What is your website?
It is www.gulfcoasthumanesociety.org.
Okay,
I love it.
perfect.
Thanks for coming on today.
Thank you
we
so
get a
much.
chance. Oh, I feel like blessed that we get to talk about all these great
goodness.
organizations in our community. But it's like an added layer of excitement when you guys get to come in and we get to talk to you. So thank you so much
Yeah.
for being here.
My honor. Thank
We
you so much.
appreciate it. All
Yeah.
right. So for the next 30 minutes, we're going to give you news of the day, and we hope to see you here tomorrow at 10 a.m. on fox4now.com or Facebook or YouTube, wherever you want to join us.
We'll see you there. Have a great day, Southwest Florida.
Bye, guys.